The next word is strategy. Strategy means a plan or method for achieving a goal or solving a problem. The company developed a new marketing strategy to increase sales. This means the company created a plan to boost its sales through marketing. Their strategy for success involves teamwork and creativity. This means their plan for achieving success includes working together and thinking creatively. We need a clear strategy to address the challenges ahead. This means we need a specific plan to deal with the difficulties we are facing. The next word is strength. Strength refers to the quality of being strong or the ability to endure or resist force. Her strength allowed her to lift the heavy box. This means her physical power helped her lift the heavy item. The team's strength lies in their ability to collaborate effectively. This means the team is strong because they work well together. The strength of the storm caused widespread damage. This means the power of the storm was strong enough to cause damage. The next word is strengthen. Strengthen means to make something stronger or more powerful. Regular exercise can strengthen your muscles. This means exercising often can make your muscles stronger. The company plans to strengthen its brand by improving customer service. This means the company wants to make its brand more powerful or influential. She took vitamins to strengthen her immune system. This means she used vitamins to improve the health and power of her immune system. The next word is stretch. Stretch means to make something longer or wider or to extend your body to reach something. He stretched his legs after sitting for a long time. This means he extended his legs to relax after sitting. The fabric will stretch if you pull it too much. This means the material will become longer or wider if it is pulled too strongly. She stretched the dough before baking the pizza. This means she made the dough wider by pulling or expanding it. The next word is strictly. Strictly means in a very precise or exact way, or with no exceptions. The rules must be followed strictly. This means the rules must be obeyed exactly and without any exceptions. The teacher strictly enforced the classroom rules. This means the teacher made sure the rules were followed carefully and with no flexibility. We must strictly limit our spending to stay within the budget. This means we must be very careful to not exceed the budget. The next phrase is strictly forbidden. Strictly forbidden means something is completely not allowed, with no exceptions. Smoking is strictly forbidden in this building. This means smoking is completely prohibited in the building. It is strictly forbidden to park in front of the fire hydrant. This means parking in front of the fire hydrant is absolutely not allowed. Access to the restricted area is strictly forbidden. This means entering the restricted area is completely not allowed. The next phrase is strictly prohibited. Strictly prohibited means something is completely banned with no exceptions. Photography is strictly prohibited in the museum. This means taking photos in the museum is not allowed at all. It is strictly prohibited to use mobile phones during the exam. This means using mobile phones during the exam is completely forbidden. The use of illegal substances is strictly prohibited on campus. This means using illegal substances is completely banned on campus. The next word is striking. Striking means very noticeable, impressive, or attractive. She has striking blue eyes that everyone notices. This means her blue eyes are very noticeable and stand out. The painting had a striking use of color that caught my attention. This means that the painting's use of color was very impressive and eye-catching. There was a striking difference between the two designs. This means the difference between the two designs was very noticeable and clear. The next word is string. String refers to a thin piece of material like thread or cord. He tied the box with a piece of string. This means he used a thin piece of cord to tie the box. The guitar has 6 strings that you can play. This means the guitar has 6 thin cords used to create sound. She used string to decorate the gift box. This means she used a thin piece of material to make the gift box look nicer. The next word is stroke. Stroke means to move your hand gently over something or to hit something with force. He gave the dog a gentle stroke on its head. This means he petted the dog lightly by moving his hand over its head. She suffered a stroke, which affected her ability to speak. This means she had a serious health issue that affected her speech. The swimmer took a powerful stroke with each movement. This means the swimmer made strong movements with their arms while swimming. The next word is strongly. Strongly means in a very forceful, firm, or intense way. He strongly believes in the importance of education. This means he believes in education with great intensity or conviction. She strongly disagreed with the decision. This means she disagreed with the decision in a very firm way. The team strongly defended their championship title. This means the team worked very hard and firmly to protect their title. The next word is structure. Structure refers to the way something is built or organized. The structure of the building was made of steel and concrete. This means the building was constructed using steel and concrete materials. The teacher explained the structure of an essay to the students. This means the teacher showed how an essay should be organized. The structure of the company includes several departments. This means the company is organized into different sections or departments. The next word is struggle. Struggle means to have difficulty doing something or to fight against something. She had to struggle to finish the marathon. This means she had difficulty completing the marathon due to exhaustion. The country is struggling with high unemployment rates. This means the country is facing difficulties due to a large number of people being unemployed. He struggled to lift the heavy box by himself. This means he found it difficult to lift the box because it was heavy. The next word is stubborn. Stubborn means determined to not change your attitude or opinion, even if it is unreasonable. He was too stubborn to admit he was wrong. This means he refused to accept that he was wrong, even though it was clear. She is stubborn about following her own ideas, even when others disagree. This means she refuses to change her ideas, even when others have different opinions. The dog was stubborn and wouldn't follow the commands. This means the dog refused to listen or obey the commands. The next word is stuck. Stuck means unable to move or get out of a situation. The car got stuck in the mud. This means the car couldn't move because it was trapped in the mud. I'm stuck in traffic and will be late. This means I am unable to move because the traffic is very slow. The door is stuck and won't open. This means the door is unable to open because something is preventing it. The next word is stunning. Stunning means very beautiful or impressive. She looked stunning in her new dress. This means she looked extremely beautiful in her new dress. The view from the mountain was absolutely stunning. This means the view from the mountain was very impressive and beautiful. His performance in the play was stunning. This means his acting was very impressive and captivating. The next word is submit. Submit means to give something for approval or consideration or to yield to someone or something. You must submit your application by the end of the week. This means you need to hand in your application for review before the week ends. He submitted to the authority of his boss without question. This means he accepted and obeyed his boss's decisions without arguing. She decided to submit her proposal to the committee for review. This means she chose to give her idea to the committee to be considered. The next word is substance. Substance refers to the material or matter that something is made of. The substance of the book is about the importance of kindness. This means the main content or subject of the book is kindness. The doctor checked the substance of the patient's blood test results. This means the doctor looked at the physical material in the test results. The building was made from a strong substance like concrete. This means the building was made from a tough material, concrete. The next word is substantial. Substantial means large in amount, size, or importance. The company made a substantial profit last year. This means the company earned a large amount of profit. He received a substantial amount of support from his friends. This means he received a lot of help or encouragement from his friends. The changes made to the building were substantial. This means the changes to the building were large and important. The next word is substitute. Substitute means to replace something with something else. She used honey as a substitute for sugar in the recipe. This means she replaced sugar with honey in the recipe. You can substitute tea for coffee if you prefer. This means you can replace coffee with tea if you like it more. They had to substitute the injured player with someone else. This means they had to replace the injured player with a different player. The next word is suburb. Suburb refers to a residential area located on the outskirts of a city. They live in a quiet suburb away from the city center. This means they live in a peaceful area outside the main city. The suburbs are often less crowded than the city center. This means the residential areas outside the city are usually not as crowded as the city itself. He moved to the suburbs to enjoy a quieter lifestyle. This means he moved to an area outside the city to have a more peaceful life. The next word is subway. Subway refers to an underground train system used for public transportation. I take the subway to work every day. This means I use the underground train to travel to my workplace every day. The subway station was crowded with people during rush hour. This means the underground train station had many people in it because it was a busy time. She missed the subway and had to wait for the next one. This means she didn't catch the train and had to wait for another train to arrive. The next word is successfully. Successfully means in a way that achieves the desired result. She successfully completed the project on time. This means she finished the project and achieved her goal before the deadline. He successfully passed the exam with a high score. This means he achieved the desired result of passing the exam with a good grade. They successfully launched the new product last week. This means they managed to introduce the new product and made it available to customers. The next word is such. Such is used to refer to a specific type or kind of thing. She is such a kind person. This means she is a person who has a lot of kindness. I have never seen such a beautiful painting before. This means I have never seen a painting that is as beautiful as this one. It was such a great party that everyone had fun. This means the party was very enjoyable and memorable. The next word is sudden. Sudden means happening quickly and unexpectedly. There was a sudden change in the weather, and it started to rain. This means the weather changed unexpectedly, and it began to rain. He had a sudden idea that helped solve the problem. This means he thought of an idea quickly and unexpectedly that solved the issue. The sudden noise startled me. This means the noise surprised or scared me because it happened unexpectedly. The next word is suffer. Suffer means to experience pain, hardship, or difficulty. He suffers from a chronic illness that causes him a lot of pain. This means he experiences continuous pain due to a long-term health problem. She suffered a lot after losing her job. This means she went through emotional or financial difficulty because she lost her job. Many people suffer in difficult living conditions. This means many people experience pain or hardship because of their living situations. The next word is suffering. Suffering refers to the experience of pain, distress, or difficulty. He went through a lot of suffering after the accident. This means he experienced emotional or physical pain because of the accident. The suffering of the victims was hard to watch. This means it was difficult to see the pain or distress of the victims. She felt deep suffering after hearing the bad news. This means she felt great emotional pain or distress after hearing the sad news. The next word is sufficient. Sufficient means enough or adequate to meet a need. We have sufficient food for the party. This means we have enough food to serve everyone at the party. He didn't have sufficient information to make a decision. This means he didn't have enough information to make a choice or conclusion. The teacher gave us sufficient time to finish the test. This means the teacher allowed enough time for us to complete the test. The next word is suffix. A suffix is a letter or group of letters added to the end of a word to change its meaning or form. The suffix "ly" turns an adjective into an adverb, like in quickly. This means the suffix "ly" changes the adjective quick into the adverb quickly. The word happiness has the suffix "ness" added to the adjective happy. This means the suffix "ness" changes the adjective happy into the noun happiness. In English, the suffix "ed" often indicates the past tense of a verb. This means the suffix "ed" is used to show that an action happened in the past. The next word is suicide. Suicide means the act of intentionally ending one's own life. The news reported a tragic case of suicide in the town. This means the news talked about a sad event where someone took their own life. She is working with organizations that help prevent suicide. This means she is involved in efforts to stop people from harming themselves. He struggled with feelings of depression before attempting suicide. This means he had serious emotional pain which led him to try to end his life. The next word is suitably. Suitably means in a way that is appropriate or right for a particular situation. She was dressed suitably for the formal event. This means she wore clothes that were appropriate for the event. The teacher explained the lesson suitably for the student's age. This means the teacher gave an explanation that was appropriate for their level of understanding. The room was arranged suitably for the meeting. This means the room was organized in a way that was right for the meeting. The next phrase is sum up something. Sum up something means to give a brief summary of something. At the end of the meeting, she summed up the key points. This means she briefly reviewed the important topics discussed in the meeting. Can you sum up the main ideas of the article? This means can you give a short summary of the article's key ideas? Let me sum up the movie for you in a few words. This means let me briefly explain the movie to you in a short description. The next phrase is sum up somebody. Sum up somebody means to give a brief description or evaluation of someone's character or qualities. She summed him up as a hardworking and kind person. This means she described him briefly as being hardworking and kind. It's hard to sum up her personality in just a few words. This means it's difficult to give a brief description of her character. The teacher summed up the student's progress in the report. This means the teacher gave a short description of the student's performance. The next word is summary. A summary is a brief statement or account of the main points of something. She gave a summary of the book at the start of the class. This means she gave a short overview of the book's main ideas at the beginning of the class. The report includes a summary of the results from the research. This means the report has a brief description of the research findings. Can you write a summary of the movie for me? This means can you write a short description of the movie's main story or ideas? The next word is sunlight. Sunlight is the light that comes from the sun. The room was filled with bright sunlight in the morning. This means the room was lit up by the light coming from the sun. Plants need sunlight to grow and produce food. This means plants require sunlight to survive and make their own food. He enjoys sitting in the sunlight during the afternoon. This means he likes to sit in the light that comes from the sun in the afternoon. The next word is superb. Superb means of the highest quality or excellence. The performance was absolutely superb and the audience cheered loudly. This means the performance was excellent and the audience reacted with great enthusiasm. He cooked a superb meal for the family. This means he prepared a very high quality and delicious meal. Her artwork is simply superb, showing incredible talent. This means her artwork is outstanding and displays great skill. The next word is supernatural. Supernatural refers to something that cannot be explained by natural laws, often related to magic or paranormal phenomena. She believed in supernatural creatures like ghosts and spirits. This means she believed in creatures that are beyond the explanation of science or nature. The movie tells the story of a supernatural event in a small town. This means the movie is about an event that involves things beyond natural explanation. Many cultures have stories about supernatural beings. This means many cultures have tales about beings that exist outside of the natural world. The next word is supervise. Supervise means to watch over and direct the work or activities of others. The manager supervises the team to make sure the project is on track. This means the manager oversees the team's work to ensure they are meeting their goals. She was hired to supervise the new employees during their training. This means she was responsible for guiding and overseeing the training of new staff. He will supervise the construction work to ensure safety standards are followed. This means he will monitor the construction process to make sure safety rules are followed. The next word is supplier. A supplier is a person or company that provides goods or services. The supplier delivered the materials needed for the construction project. This means the company or person provided the necessary materials for the project. They are one of the top suppliers of electronic products in the region. This means they are a leading company that provides electronic products. The supplier of the office equipment is located in the city. This means the company that provides office supplies is based in the city. The next word is supply. Supply means to provide something that is needed or required. The company will supply the raw materials for the production process. This means the company will provide the materials needed for manufacturing. They supply fresh fruits and vegetables to local markets. This means they provide fresh produce to the markets in the area. The store is open to supply customers with groceries. This means the store is available to provide groceries to people. The next word is surely. Surely means in a way that is certain or without a doubt. Surely you know that we have to finish the project by tomorrow. This means I am certain that you know we have to finish the project by tomorrow. He will surely arrive on time for the meeting. This means I'm certain that he will arrive on time. She surely understands how important this task is. This means there is no doubt that she understands the importance of the task. The next word is surface. Surface refers to the outermost layer or top part of something. The surface of the water was calm and still. This means the top layer of the water was smooth and not moving. The table has a smooth surface, perfect for writing. This means the top of the table is even and good for writing. The ship sailed on the surface of the ocean. This means the ship moved along the top part of the ocean. The next word is surgery. Surgery refers to medical treatment where a doctor cuts into the body to repair or remove something. He needed surgery to repair his broken leg. This means he had a medical procedure to fix his leg. The doctor performed surgery to remove the tumor. This means the doctor carried out a medical operation to take out the tumor. After the surgery, she needed to rest for a few weeks. This means she had to rest after the operation to recover. The next word is surrounding. Surrounding means being around or encircling something. The park was beautiful, with trees and flowers surrounding it. This means there were trees and flowers around the park. The city was surrounded by mountains on all sides. This means the city was encircled by mountains in every direction. The surrounding area was full of shops and restaurants. This means the area around was filled with stores and places to eat. The next word is surroundings. Surroundings refer to the things or environment around you. Her house is in a quiet neighborhood with lovely surroundings. This means her house is in a peaceful area with a nice environment. The children enjoyed playing outside in their natural surroundings. This means the children liked playing in the outdoor environment around them. The hotel is located in beautiful surroundings near the beach. This means the hotel is in a lovely area close to the beach. The next word is survey. A survey is a method of collecting information or opinions from people. The company conducted a survey to understand customer satisfaction. This means the company asked people questions to learn how happy they were with their service. The government will survey the public to know their opinions on the new law. This means the government will ask people what they think about the new law. They did a survey on health habits in the community. This means they asked people questions to learn about their health practices. The next word is survival. Survival refers to the act of continuing to live or exist, especially in difficult conditions. His survival in the wilderness was a remarkable story. This means his ability to stay alive in the wilderness was an amazing story. The team's survival depended on finding food and water. This means staying alive in the team's situation relied on finding basic needs like food and water. Survival in the harsh desert environment can be very challenging. This means staying alive in the desert with its tough conditions is very difficult. The next word is survive. Survive means to continue to live or exist, especially after a difficult or dangerous situation. She survived the car accident without serious injuries. This means she managed to stay alive after the accident and didn't get hurt badly. The plants can survive even in harsh weather conditions. This means the plants can continue to live even in difficult weather. They had to survive a week in the mountains with little food. This means they managed to stay alive for a week in the mountains with very little food. The next word is survivor. A survivor is someone who remains alive after a dangerous or life-threatening event. He is a survivor of a shipwreck that happened many years ago. This means he stayed alive after a ship sank in a dangerous accident. The earthquake left many survivors who needed help. This means there were people who stayed alive after the earthquake and needed assistance. She was the sole survivor of the plane crash. This means she was the only person who remained alive after the crash. The next word is suspect. Suspect means to believe that someone may be involved in something wrong or criminal. The police suspect him of being involved in the robbery. This means the police think he might be connected to the robbery. She began to suspect that her friend was lying to her. This means she started to think that her friend might not be telling the truth. They suspect the cause of the fire was electrical. This means they believe the fire was caused by an electrical problem. The next word is suspend. Suspend means to stop something temporarily or to hang something. The school decided to suspend the student for 1 week. This means the school chose to stop the student from attending for a week. They had to suspend the game because of the rain. This means they stopped the game for a while because it was raining. The chandelier was suspended from the ceiling. This means the chandelier was hanging from the ceiling. The next word is suspicion. Suspicion means a belief that someone is guilty of something or doubt about something. He looked at her with suspicion, unsure if she was telling the truth. This means he looked at her with doubt, thinking she might not be honest. The police had strong suspicion that the man was involved in the crime. This means the police believed the man was likely part of the crime. She acted with suspicion after hearing strange noises outside. This means she was cautious and uncertain because of the unusual sounds. The next word is suspicious. Suspicious means having doubts or not trusting someone or something. Her behavior was suspicious, and I wondered if she was hiding something. This means her actions made me feel like she might be concealing something. The suspicious package was reported to the authorities. This means the package seemed unusual or dangerous, so it was reported to the police. He gave a suspicious look when asked about the missing money. This means he looked doubtful or untrustworthy when questioned about the money. The next word is suspiciously. Suspiciously means in a way that makes you think something is wrong or untrustworthy. She smiled suspiciously when asked about her whereabouts. This means she smiled in a way that made others feel uncertain about what she was saying. He glanced at me suspiciously when I mentioned the incident. This means he looked at me with doubt or distrust when I brought up the event. They acted suspiciously around the new employee. This means they behaved in a way that made others think they were hiding something. The next word is swallow. Swallow means to cause food or drink to pass down your throat. He swallowed the pill with a glass of water. This means he made the pill go down his throat by drinking water. She tried to swallow the big piece of food, but it got stuck. This means she attempted to send the large piece of food down her throat, but it didn't go down smoothly. The baby can't swallow solid food yet. This means the baby is not yet able to move solid food down their throat. The next word is swan. A swan is a large, graceful bird with a long neck and usually white feathers. The swan swam gracefully across the lake. This means the swan moved smoothly and elegantly through the water. We saw a beautiful swan near the river. This means we observed a lovely swan close to the river. The swan spread its wings and flew away. This means the swan opened its wings and took off into the air. The next word is swear. Swear means to use to make a promise or to use offensive language. He swore to tell the truth in court. Court. This means he made a promise to speak honestly in court. She swore loudly when she hit her finger with a hammer. This means she used bad language because of the pain from hitting her finger. I swear I'll help you with the project. This means I make a promise to assist you with the project. The next word is sweat. Sweat refers to the liquid that comes out of your skin when you are hot or nervous. He was sweating after running a marathon. This means he was producing sweat because of the physical effort of running. The heat made her sweat a lot during the workout. This means the warm temperature caused her to sweat heavily while exercising. I could feel the sweat on my forehead after the intense workout. This means I could feel the moisture on my face because of the hard exercise. The next word is sweep. Sweep means to clean the floor or surface by moving something over it. She swept the kitchen floor before dinner. This means she used a broom to clean the floor in the kitchen. I need to sweep the leaves from the driveway. This means I have to clean the leaves off the driveway with a broom. He swept the dust into a dustpan and threw it away. This means he used a broom to gather the dust and then disposed of it. The next word is swing. Swing means to move back and forth or side to side. The children love to swing on the playground. This means the children enjoy moving back and forth on the swings. He swung the door open and walked inside. This means he opened the door by pushing it back and forth. She loves to swing her legs when sitting in the chair. This means she moves her legs back and forth while sitting. The next word is swollen. Swollen means to be larger than normal because of injury, illness, or infection. His ankle was swollen after he twisted it. This means his ankle became bigger because of the injury. The bee sting made her arm swollen and red. This means the sting caused her arm to become larger and inflamed. The swollen river flooded the nearby fields. This means the river became larger and overflowed into the fields because of the rain.